In our bedroom, which kind of has a medieval theme, one of the walls has this eyesore on it, and the thought was we might just like paint this the same color as the wall to let it blend in. It's the breaker panel for the whole house, and then we have this, which is the transfer switch for the generator. So I don't really want to paint that. So there's no way to really hide that, and I don't want to put like a door here or something in case that we need to get into it in a hurry, that sort of thing. So based on the theme of the rest of the room, kind of what the solution that we came up with is that we would put a tapestry in front of it, one that matched the other tapestries in the room as well as the general theme of the room. And so let me take you through the steps real quick on what we did as far as putting this tapestry in to hide this little bit of a wall wart here in the bedroom. Now, what I've done is I put a steel cable up, and I ordered this on Amazon. I'll put the link below. It's not like my Amazon store. I think it was like 20 bucks or 15 bucks or something. Now, the one thing that I did have to do is on one wall we're good because I'm in structure, but in the other wall I'm directly into drywall, and so they're just putting the two opposing pieces in and cranking them down will pull it out of just the drywall with the anchor. So I had to go behind the wall. Thankfully I have access back there, and I put a 2x4 in between the two studs, screwed it in to give me a good purchase so that I could apply as much torque as I wanted to make sure that this cable had plenty of room. Now, initially what I thought about doing was putting a trim piece up over here on the wall on either side, and again a piece to match the theme of the room and our own personal history. We lived in Toulouse, France for a little while, which is the Cathar region historically in France, and there's the Cathar Cross, or the Toulousian Cross, and so I made this, out of plywood, and this is the same diameter as the mount, and so my initial thought was to mount these on the wall on either side and put the mount in there, and it would be a nice touch. Actually did this on the X-carve on the CNC, and I'll take you through, even though I didn't end up using these, let me take you through real quick how I put that together. I spray painted some 1/2-inch plywood with like 6 coats of flat black, sanding with 220 in between each coat, and then I covered the whole thing in some green painter's frog tape before bringing it into easel and then doing my tool paths in easel. The carve was a really quick one. It took a total of like 25 minutes to do both pieces. Let me do a little bit of magic with the razor blade on these little bits of tape before my friend the paint goes on. First coat of paint on, and after the second or third coat, when I peel back the tape, you'll see why I put the tape on the black board. Alright, all cut out of the board, and when you remove the tape, it looks like that. Alright, let me put some clear coat in that. The reason that I didn't end up using these is because the height of the tapestry we used, the cable needed to be up high, and it was my own failing. I mismeasured, and this center is too low. So ignore the cables, ignore them, they're getting fixed. But if I put this in, what happens is it's all the way against the ceiling, which I don't like the looks of, and it makes the cable too low. So we ended up not using these. It would have been better maybe if I could have, but it's okay. I actually will put a hanger and we'll use these somewhere else in the house, in the bedroom probably. So after installing the cable and everything, and getting the tapestry, we actually ordered the tapestry. I'll put the site below. We have 4 or 5 from them. Really easy to deal with. The rest of them are hung on custom-made blacksmith's rods and hooks, and I'll show you that. But this one, we wanted to slide back and forth. Now, it's material, and that's a steel cable, and so what I ended up using was a little piece of tubing. So you can use like PEX from Home Depot or Lowe's or your home center, and it costs 10 cents a foot. Just cut it to shape, and then you put it inside the back of the pocket on the tapestry, because they either come with loops or pockets. I'll show you. So yeah, when you get the tapestries, typically, again, you know, there's either the tabs here that match the border, or they have a pocket sewn into them. So that makes mounting super easy. And then, again, you just cut the pecs to where, you know, you can't see it. And it doesn't matter if you use clear, blue, or red, or whatever. But, again, just a piece of PEX pipe shoved in there. And then you route the cable through it. And that way, as it slides back and forth, it doesn't stress the stitching or rub through the material. It'll last a good long time. But without further ado, we put the rod in there, and we hung the tapestry so that it hides our wall wart of electrical panel and transfer switch. I think it turned out really, really well, and it gives us some room down here. We actually have a couple of, apparently there's something going on upstairs. We have a couple of pieces that sit on this big coffer chest, so it makes it so that the pieces can sit here. Everything's blocked, and you can still see this tapestry, which is, I believe it's called the Grape Harvest. Anyway, and then if we need to get into the breaker panel, or we need to get into the transfer switch if the power goes out and we turn on the generator, then easy peasy.